And we're live, I think. Yes, we're live. Hi, everyone.
We're live.
Welcome to what week is this? Week 8. Yes, week
Yes,
8
it is week 8,
of our show, the Will A. Bear Show. I'm, of course, Will A. Bear.
and I'm Will Berry.
Happy to be here, even though my fantasy team may be in shambles.
You know what, Will? I agree, but you know what? Like, at least we're here. We're having a great time. It's just both Will and I have had some busy weeks this week, but we made time out of our busy schedules because this has just been a great week of fantasy football that we had to report on.
Even if it is 11:03 at night.
Listen, rain or shine, the Will Aber show must go on.
Yes, 100%. All right,
Absolutely, man.
let's jump into it.
Let's go.
Who? All right, I'll announce the most not competitive game, and that would be Mason Ray Rice Elevator Service took on Porter Ward's Ingram Toenails, and Porter, you just kind of got taken advantage of, and it was not pretty. Mason won 139 to 92. Um, Let me see here. Justin Herbert and Jameer. Okay, Jameer Gibbs. Apparently, I traded him at the wrong time because he got 30 this past week.
Yeah, that was a little absurd there.
So well done,
Once again, a
Mason.
poor managerial move by Aber.
Oh, I have a note written here. This is Mason's first win without Justin Jefferson.
Like,
So
congratulations, Mason, and a solid score at that. So
I
good
agree.
work.
I agree. I agree. Porter, a tough week for you. Joe Burrow had 28 points on your bench. And it's just, I feel like everything Porter does is just bad. Wait, can we get
Yeah.
a cameo?
Do you want to join the Will Aber show?
Yes.
Maybe not. Not right now.
Wow.
Oh, what is the question? Here.
What?
Hello. Wave hi. Aber family.
Hello. Hey Bear family, meet Addie.
Oh God. Oh God. Um, yes. So we're
Her
talking
first
about the game.
appearance.
Yes. But yeah. No, it's been good. Um, everyone is doing well. Sorry. That was By the way, I have to since I live in a fraternity house, everyone, I have to use my girlfriend's room to record. Carry on. Sorry, that was Will, you're gonna have to edit that out.
We no, this is staying 100%. This is gold.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
Uh
caught me
um
red-handed. All right,
I
so yeah, Porter, you just had a bad game.
I agree. Mason,
And
congratulations, big win. Do you have a game you would like to announce?
yes, I would like to. I think Will, I'm gonna fact check you here, but I think this was actually the most least competitive game. The matchup between Mrs. Abear, Dixie Chicks, and Nene, Lightning Lady. This was a true beatdown. Um, Mrs. Abear, what a terrific week you had. 163 is just a powerful number. Putting everyone on notice, no doubt. Kirk Cousins, that's pretty brutal. 20 points. Great, good performance from this week. Sadly, he's out for the season. So, but you have Dak on the bench, so you're deep there. So good work. Mixon had a crushing game. Gus Edwards, Jamar, like everyone had the only really poor performer on your team was Saints defense, and
And that's fine.
yeah, I mean, then that's fine. Nini side, excuse, I'm trying to think of the word here, but a infrequent bad week for Nini.
Nene is very
Mahomes,
consistent, so yeah, I'm surprised to see her this far down on the losing end.
yeah, it was pretty brutal. Definitely didn't help that Mahomes and Pacheco both struggled. Um, Kamara still had a great game with 27, but just really couldn't get anything going on the back end.
What I'm seeing here is Nini had CD Lamb with 41 points on the bench, and that'll
Oh
get you
no. Yeah, that will get you, Nini.
an
But you know what?
unsightful.
Nini, you're still 5-3 and second in the league. So um just gotta blow this one over and
Just
go on to the next one.
gotta pull a Travis Kelsey and shake it off. You know what I'm
Ah,
saying?
yes, wow. Yes, exactly right.
Please don't cancel us.
Please do not cancel us. Football lords.
All right, I'll take my game despite me losing, and I'll let you handle the best game of the week.
Well, of course. Of
Um,
course.
I took on Didi this week, and honestly, Didi should have beaten me down, but my scrappy Raiders of the Lost Yard hung in there. We lost 118 to 128. We finally had a good week from Austin Eckler, which is good. Unfortunately, Lamar Jackson sold. Um, I'm not going to say anything bad about Cooper Cup, but he took a nap during the
I
second
was
half.
about to say,
Is
Will.
what I'm going to say. He got tired of catching all those passes, and he just slept for most of the game. All right, that's all I'm going to say. Um,
Yeah,
Didi, strong
pretty
week for
brutal.
you, despite leaving 60 points on the bench. You swept me this year. You beat me in week one, and whenever
I
McCaffrey is
think
starting, you're undefeated. So now you're 7-1 on the year.
I think Didi left
Congratulations.
more than 16 on the bench.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Waddle had 25, Kittle had 24, and DeAndre Hopkins had 35. Didi, you're just stacked. How did we let you get this good?
That's crazy. He left 60 points on the bench and still scored 130.
Just wild. What?
That's just not fair.
Yeah, not okay, D. You
We
need
need
to
to
can
penalize
we
him.
a little handicap possibly? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mid-season handicap. And so yeah, so off to the final game, the best game of the week. Um Myself, the strongest of wills versus Mr. A Bear B3's hooked on a Thielen. This game was actually quite close. Really from the start, it was really back and forth battle. Excuse me. Um Both teams had good performances on both sides. But Amon-Ra St. Brown on Monday Night Football really came in clutch, and I've won with a total score of 145 to 141. So pretty close margin. I had Tua that went for 22. Derrick Henry was 16. Travis Etienne, who's really become a a number one running back kind of guy with 26. And then just solid numbers from everyone else. Starting my Jaguars defense against the pitiful Matt Canada offense was a
Let me just
terrific
say this.
managerial move.
Let me just say this. Anyone who has the defense that plays Pittsburgh's offense has just landed themselves a win for that week. That's like 50 points right there. A
Lock.
absolutely ingenious move starting the Jacksonville defense. I 100%.
Yeah, it was a strong week for me. And you know what, Mr. Abear? Even though you lost, which is just so sad, I'm so devastated for you. You still had a strong week. Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown is just a cheat code. Um, Brees Hall had a great game. Um, Really, I mean, everyone on your team, you had a great week. I mean, 140 points is nothing to be too shabby about, but get
Well,
get better, Mr. Abear. That's what I would tell
get
you.
better. So
Get better, tighten up.
Barry, get your broom out because you just
Oh,
swept the big guy
swept.
this year.
Yep. So I cannot be the worst will now. It's impossible.
So hold on, let's just do a head count here because Didi is the best at 7-1. You
Correct.
swept the big guy, and I beat the big guy.
Which would
So
make
he is the
the big
weakest
guy
of
the
will.
worst, the weakest of wills. Oh wow, too good. All right, so award time, right?
Award section. Let's just wing this. I first up is Golden Chainsaw. And honestly, I don't see who else could get this but Mom with 163 points. An absolutely astounding performance. I'm sure it's your best performance of the year with I mean, that's just a lot and a huge bounce back win. I think, hold on, check my notes. Yeah, you lost last week and like the week before, I think. So a huge bounce back win.
Yeah,
Golden
great,
Chainsaw.
great bounce back win, beating Nini's team, who's always solid. They're always on their game. And
Mhm.
honestly, even if Nini's team played better, you still would have won. Awesome performance, Golden Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um,
Next is Vacuum Award, right?
yeah. Do you want to give this one out or
Yeah, I'm gonna give this Vacuum Award to honestly, it's got to go to Nini. Um,
I totally
just
agree.
just a just a poor week. And like luckily, Nini, you put yourself in a position where you can have one of these weeks. Um, but yeah, just not great. Some poor managerial moves. CeeDee Lamb with 41 on the bench is pretty brutal. Yeah, there's not really much else to say.
I think that about sums it up. Yeah, I agree.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Um, Insightful foresight. Who could I give this one out to? Well, first of all, I think you, Mr. William Barry, you deserve a shout out for the Jacksonville defense, which was before the week kind of being trashed. I will not lie.
It was.
You had a group chat full of just stupid Steelers fans, and we were like, shouldn't do it. And you were like, I'm gonna do it. And it worked.
It worked out. It worked out. Um, no, insightful foresight. Let's see.
Also, this award could go to Mason because I mean, it's kind of like a mini golden chainsaw, the insightful foresight is, and he got a huge win without Justin Jefferson this week, and him being able to piece together a lineup to do so is pretty cool.
No, I agree. I think we should give insightful foresight to Mason. Big win. Kind of keeps Mason still in the swing of things. He's still right there, only a game behind the fourth seed. So um, definitely still in contention. Needed the win.
Mhm.
Needed the win.
Yeah,
But yeah, and then I guess the Cond Award.
I
I'm just gonna go ahead and give the Cond Award to Mr. Abear.
I mean,
You
he did score 141 in a losing effort.
Yeah, B3, you got conned, especially considering the fact that Devontae Adams only scored 2 points and I still won. Um, Pretty brutal loss. So yeah, you got conned, Mr. Aber. Congratulations.
Yeah, you got conned and you lost. It's a great week in the fantasy football league.
Bang. Adios. All right, so standings now, right?
Yes, standings. I have them in front of me here.
Oh,
Um,
I'll take a peek.
yeah, honestly,
Standings, the AP poll.
the awesome performance poll. Number one, I think it comes to no surprise when I say Didi is still number one in the polls.
Yeah, he's an absolute beast. Didi has been on fire all year. Um,
Yeah.
Going into this back half of the season, you really can't see him slow down, other than this upcoming week. Maybe, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So number two, we're gonna have Nini, second best record in the league. Tough loss to Mrs. Abear, but still 5-3. A game above a couple of the other competitors. So keep up. You're still looking strong. And if Patrick Mahomes has a better game, and you're right back in the game with Mrs. Aber. So
Yeah,
um, nothing to really fear from Nini.
I agree. Third overall, we've got Mom, the best of our 4-4 teams. She got a huge victory and scored a lot of points. So I think she needs to consider like trying to figure out how to replicate that. But yeah, number three goes to Mom.
Absolutely. And that puts me at four,
Nice.
strongest of wills. So yeah, final playoff spot at 4-4. Looking for a big win next week. But yeah, um, I don't want to say mediocre, but solid season going so far for my
Yeah.
team.
Your team is certainly picking it up over the past month or two. So it's been good to watch. Um,
Absolutely.
Fifth overall, unbelievably somehow, is B3, despite me having the head to head over him. But the big guy has scored more points, and he is our fifth overall team at the moment.
Yeah, no doubt. The final four are all sitting at 3-5, so it's really kind of a toss up. But to be fair, to B3, his team still scored 140 points this week. Um, they've looked solid, and if they played probably six of the other teams this week, he would have won. So, um, just
Yeah.
ride it out there at number 5, Mr. Amer. Keep it up.
Sixth overall is me. I am the next best 3-5 team. Not it was a tough loss for me this week, but I can't really complain considering I was going up against the powerhouse that is the Yellowstone Bisons.
Fair enough. Yeah. Again, nothing really to worry about for you, Will. Just got to finish the season strong, and that's all you got to really hope for.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Mason. That's about it. You're number 7, not last anymore. Congratulations. You
And
beat you
last
beat you beat Porter in the toilet bowl. So keep it up.
last is Porter. And we'd have nothing to say for you. You are just a waste of a team.
Well, to be fair, Porter, I'll give you this. You're still have the same record as the bottom 4, so you can turn it on and still make the playoffs. So I like that everyone's still in. Um, other than Didi's just kind of run away with things, but everyone else is still very much in
Very much
reach of the
alive.
playoffs. So
Mm-hmm.
um, as much crap as we give your team, Porter, you still are.
Yeah, you're not
You're
far
still in the
from being.
conversation,
Yeah.
no doubt. So here we go. Are we ready for next week's games? We'll
We
wrap
are.
things up.
So, first of all, my team, the Raiders of the Lost Yard, look for a bounce back win against the team I just crapped on. Number 8, Porter, plays me. So, I
Fair enough.
expect, honestly, I don't know what to expect. I think Porter's been a very inconsistent team. So, I think either we're looking at a big performance from him or maybe another rough performance like this past week. So, we'll see. There's a lot of variability there.
Yeah, no doubt. It'll be interesting. Porter, I just realized that Porter has Joe Burrow as a starting quarterback, and he's finally starting to catch his stride.
Mhm.
Um, so could definitely help. Um, yeah, should be a decent game. Game number
Yeah.
2, I have Mrs. Abear versus Mr. Abear. This one should be a good one as well. Looking at the projected totals, both teams look about even. Um, Both are coming off great weeks, so could be in for a shootout there against the in-house rivalry there. So yeah, they might have some inner home beef as Mason and Will won't be there to break it up.
It is a great rivalry. We've nicknamed it the battle for custody in the past. So it should be quite competitive.
Yes,
Heard there,
exactly.
I've heard that since it's an empty house currently, that there have been some harsh um arguments in the house. So I think that
Oh, I'm sure.
these two
This might
teams are going to be ready to brawl right out the gate.
love that. Love the competitiveness. And then we have Mason versus Nini. Again, this should be an interesting one. Mason coming off a big win, Nini coming off a pretty devastating loss.
Mm-hmm.
But all these games, all these matchups are looking really good.
Mm-hmm. I don't
And
yeah. I don't know I don't know if the loss this past week plays into Nini's performance this week, but I do think still no Justin Jefferson for Mason. I think that's still pretty huge, and I don't know if he can overcome it for the second straight week in a row.
yeah, it'll be interesting. I agree. But we'll see. I mean, if Nini has another bad week, it could happen. And
It could happen.
lastly, we have the number 1 Yellowstone Bisons taking on my number 4, the strongest of Will's team. Um, this one's going to be a great one, I think.
Absolutely.
I think I've had a couple crucial bye weeks for a lot of my key guys. So we've had to make some strategic substitutions, but I think we've done those in a good fashion. I think that this game is going to be pretty close. So um,
I
looking
think
for a big win.
I agree. I think a huge blow to your team, though, is that Jacksonville's defense is not playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, so you can't depend on 15 points from the defense.
Yes, that is pretty devastating, I must admit. Yeah.
But I think you'll recover from that.
I searched long and hard for whoever the Steelers were playing, but I think someone had their defense.
Dang it.
Oh my God. But anyway, so Will, is that are we done?
That should wrap us up, I think. I don't have
Wow.
anything else. Do you have anything to say maybe to the big guy for, beating his socks off this
Well,
past week?
I would just like to tell the big guy that it sucks to suck.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first, folks. That is true. And get better. You just got swept. First timer, by the way. I have never once. This is my first time in the Aber Family Fantasy Football League, and you got swept by the rookie. So how does that feel? And your beloved Steelers lost in Pittsburgh
It was a rough week
because of Matt Canada's terrible offense. Now we do not mention the game in Jacksonville. That did not happen. So I'll let you guys have that one. But the fantasy football loss, I think, is better than the whatever red and black team that won this weekend.
Real life. Who watches real football?
Yeah,
we're looking at. I just have the fantasy like scoreboard on the TV. I don't even
Right.
watch the games.
Right. We just watch the games play out. And then, when Matt Canada's offense throws like 5 picks and, has all of that like 10 yards, you watch the Jags defense score a lot.
Yeah. There you go.
Fair enough. But anyway, guys.
All right. I think that does it for us, right?
What a great show. What a great show.
I agree.
I've had a great time.
Me too. Me too. It's weird. It's like whenever the show comes on, we have a great time.
I know. It's wild. I can't believe that. You know what would be really funny is if Mason joined, but he's too lame. So, Mason, you heard it here first. 3-way Zoom call. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be insane. Maybe next time.
Maybe maybe next time. A little foreshadowing. Well, anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure. Will, thanks for having me on.
Thanks, dude.
Dee, I wish you luck next week in our extremely potent matchup. And everyone else, I wish good luck. And everyone have a good weekend of great football.
Namaste.
Namaste.